Hello everyone! Today I want to start working on the trees, hopefully get the terraformation up. We're currently working on the rocket launch pad, which I should have enough for. And I think after that we can go into DNA processing, which means we can hopefully get the trees. Our current bottleneck though is steel bars. Alright, why are you so slow, man? Because it doesn't get enough coal. That is fair enough, that has to travel quite a ways actually. Well, the nice thing about it is we're slowly making more computer chips. So maybe we can even get into the DNA stuff beforehand, before we get the rockets into space. I would imagine we need to make rockets as well, which is gonna cost us some stuff. Currently, we don't have the gas canister. What does that even cost? Some aluminum frames? I would say let's put that in here already. Kind of forgot about the steel beams, I will admit. I was kind of hoping to just jump in here today and start creating this platform, but we also need 64, which is a lot. So I think instead, let's just make the DNA processor. I kind of made this platform very unusable. Alright, let's check this out. How's this gonna work? It needs fuel. Add this stuff to the queue. That's gonna take 10 minutes. A good thing we started it a bit early then. I didn't know it was gonna take that long. Alright, we're gonna need to get some drones up too, I think. We made some gas canisters, that's fine. How are drones produced? Plates as well as the chips, that is fine. We can slot those in there, make some more, hopefully get more drones on the coal back and forth. I would also like to get some more radioactive crystals, so we kind of need to go over to the coal area anyway. But first I want to see where the bottleneck lies. We have multiple parts where the coal has to go through. This is one of them. How many are in here? None. So the bottleneck is not at the very start. So then the bottleneck must be either in this container or that one. This one doesn't have anything. I don't see drones go back and forth. So yeah, this one doesn't have anything either. So logically, I would say that the bottleneck here is the drones going from the mine to over there. They do have a lot of drones on them though, and that's kind of weird. I don't see any. Are they broken or something? No, they seem to be fine. Never mind, it's not fine anymore now that we got close. Yeah, that could explain how and why. Why can I not repair this? It's gonna require better plates or something, isn't it? Oh no, it's because it completely broke. Okay, well it only costs a radiant crystal, but that's good. Is that fully... Wow, that's actually pretty cheap. Let's take all of it out of storage. So it should all work now. It's all fine again. We really have to get those repair bots going soon as well. To make life easier, I'm just going to put in a bunch of coal in this storage. That way the drone can go back and forth. It will keep going. We can only put so much in the machine itself. Let's put all of it in there that I have. In the meantime, we've pretty much gathered enough microchips again to make the rocket. How's the processing going here? Some more fuel cells. I'm not actually sure what it does. Let's add some more to the queue and let's go on top to the sky base real quick. Let's check this out. I have the option to update the world vegetation. Alright, well let's start the engine. It doesn't work. Why not, game? You're not giving me any details on why. I also looked over here. No plans displayed yet in this category. I'm guessing we're missing something then. But what is the question, of course? Maybe it is the rocket platform. Maybe it needs it in order to spread trees or something. Ultimately, we're probably going to find out once we get to the quest. Alright, microchips are pretty important. And currently I have one drone delivering the silicon. I'm going to add some more to that. So let's add 6 to it. There we go. And once the computer chips go pretty quickly, we can start making more and more of the drones. We can also increase movement speed, so heck yeah. And let's see, for the steel, where is the main bottleneck? I'm not sure what the heck happened here. So we would probably need to put a lot on them in order to properly get supplies back and forth. Alright, there's nothing new in here yet, which means the coal is being taken out faster than they can put it in. Which they've bloody better, seeing as there's like 6 drones on that. Compared to the rest. There's 26 in here, so yeah, this one is clearly a bottleneck. Add 6 to that. That should speed it up a lot more. Let's see if the other one has some issues as well. It does not, okay. So then the issues lie with getting it from the mine to the logistical storage, which is a long route, so let's add 10 drones to that. And I suppose while we're out here anyway, remember when I said I wanted more radioactive crystals, then walked over here and forgot about them? Yeah, let's go mine some of those. In the meantime, do I see anything else? Not really, but there's a lot of it in this valley. Oh, we're not gonna make it to this charge platform. Nope. And some of the gems have shattered. Oh man, 27 chips. That is pretty darn good. We're getting pretty close. We only need 8 more steel beams. Let's hope that is also like the last thing that requires steel. Well, at least in a while. It seems like for some of the base building things we require steel. Which I think is fine. That is something I want to save until later anyway. We could also make a bunch of charge packs. We do have a ton of gems after all. Yeah, let's make 8 of those. That way, the thing that just happened shouldn't happen again. Yeah, compared to a second ago, this thing is flying now that we added more drones to it. Which is great, because it allows me to look through some of the other options. We could actually already make a rocket, too. Now that we have the gas canisters. I'm just gonna wait, just in case the quest doesn't trigger if we already have it. There's also zip lines. How much do they cost? Not that much. Probably need 2 of those, I would imagine, right? A base on each side, and then have... I already had some towers? I don't remember making those. We probably got them from somewhere. Alright, let's see. I do kind of hate how this is floating, but it is what it is. Let's see how far this zipline range goes, because if we can easily get back and forth to that coal deposit, that'd be great. Oh, this is max range by the looks of it. It doesn't go to another zipline tower? Really? I wonder if we need to build another base right next to it and then continue from there. That would be kind of a weird way of doing it. Alright, use zipline. Honestly, this doesn't feel much faster, I will admit. Yeah, okay, it just drops off over here. But we can go back, so that's great. I think it's gonna be a lot better for, you know, getting up places. It seems like I do have to build something right next to it, but it seems like another tower works too. Then the big question is, can they go up cliffs? Alright, I placed one down here. Hopefully we can make another tower across the water. Getting back and forth here would be a lot easier. Or would be really nice, at least. Of course, it would be a lot easier, you know, not having to walk all the way around. I think a lot of these things are good to test out right now. Especially in the demo, because when the full game drops, we know how to basically quickly get a head start. And it does seem like it goes up cliffs, so that is great. So if we can go up with this, I think that is the primary use for these zip lines, not straight. Because going straight, it doesn't seem like we're super fast. I guess we are technically faster than walking, but it doesn't feel that much faster. Oh, we have enough steel beams, heck yeah. Oh man, finally we can create the rocket launch pad. Feels like this has been on the agenda for ages now. I imagine it has to go, yep, sky base. Stabilize temperature. Hold up. Deposit discovered plants in the Terraform engine at the sky base. Use your produced materials to do stabilize temperature. I feel like we probably skipped a part, which is probably the DNA stuff. Oh wait, there's an output here. I never even seen that. This is where we get all the trees from that we got, so that is good. Alright, let's get up to the sky base. Hype, hype, hype. This is gonna show how the terraformation is gonna work. That's what I'm excited about. Alright, rocket platform. Over here. Manage the rockets. It's not something we have to do, but yeah, we do need rockets eventually. Let's see, vegetation. We got deposit everything. We got 1 tropical? That doesn't sound right. Also, the tropical bushes apparently counted. Alright, terraform started. Terraformation engine runs and sometimes passes. Vegetation has been redistributed and updated to the latest stored discovery. And we don't get to see it in real time. And I'm fine with that. But I thought we would see it slowly grow over time. Come on, where are the trees at? I don't see them. We probably need more. You should produce material to do 5 times stabilized temperature operation on the world. You know, I was also thinking, I probably did the wrong thing anyway. We have trees now, which is fine. But we needed to do the stabilized temperature, right? Not atmosphere? Yes. But the temperatures are not part of the demo, but these ones are. So maybe they mean stabilize the atmosphere, because that seems to stabilize the temperature as well. We need terraform materials, and we need gas drones. Okay, well that shouldn't be too difficult, right? Because this one was able to get some of those items. So we need rockets. And they will get us the terraform items that we needed. I already forgot the name. Does that even say that here? No, it just gives a general overview of what we have to do. That's fine by me, I suppose. We can make 2 of them so far. Probably due to plates, but that's fine. We have more. There were 5 spots in there, so I would like to get 5 of these rockets. There we go. We're gonna need to have a bigger plantation going, that's for sure. There's gonna be a little detour here, but it's gonna be unnecessary. Because now we can start creating palm trees here. Find an empty planter to plant. Wait, it doesn't get planted in a tree spot? That is not what I expected. Well, in that case, we're gonna have to wait anyway. Which apparently never mind. We have enough soil now. Create some small planters. Realistically, I think we should have been doing this before. Right now, at least send the rockets into space, but I'm too stubborn. Alright, those are being planted. We need a surplus of them, and then we can put them up in the sky base. And then they can spread and do their thing. Alright, let's see. Let's add some rockets. It's gonna take 12.5 minutes. Oh, you can even see it being loaded. Do we see it go off? I can hear it go. Here it go charging up. It's a bunch of smoke. And there it goes. Hell yeah. Oh, we can also take them out. Why are these not being counted, I wonder? What the heck am I hearing? He's already back? What? I mean, there's much more time left, man. I got a bunch of the trees back, so we can start planting some more. We don't need any of these anymore, the tropical bushes. The medium tree, that might have to be planted in a tree spot. Yes. Alright, it has returned with some terraform materials, as well as graphite. Also, I'm looking at the plant research, and yeah, we need 10 samples to fully research the plant. But let's see, we need 10, and we also needed some gas dispersing drones. We need 5 of those. Let's work on that. Oh wow, it's actually backing up with computer chips. Let's see, we can make a total of 6 of them. Also get a couple more Heron rockets out. Or 1, I guess. That's fine. Alright, we're getting quite a bit of graphite, which I'm not sure what to do with. But also, we should be able to stabilize the atmosphere. The Terraform engine runs and sometimes passes. Temperature has been stabilized by 30 degrees. That is pretty good. The dust fog in the lower latitudes has disappeared. The higher altitude of terrain is now safely accessible. Metal storm minimum altitude increased from 95U to 175U. Average terraform rating increased from 0 to 6%. Oh yeah, you can see what it does here too. So wait, does that mean we're not getting any dust storms anymore? Because that would be fantastic. Also, I got enough of the spiky bushes. That doesn't cost me anything, so let's put spiky bushes on here. Some time passes, and the planet now has the latest discovery plans. Construct a server tier 1. A higher altitude region north of the coal deposit is now accessible. Find the gold deposit and use it to construct a server tier 1. Build server in the sky base. Be able to support new weather stations. Build network tower. Man, that's a lot of work. Can we see any? Oh, we can see the spiky bushes. Yes, yes. Look at that. I can even see the tropical bushes too. We are producing life. At a slower pace is what I expected, but we are producing life. We should be able to do the small trees in a second here as well. Let's dump some of these new trees in there. These are small trees, so it should make a bigger impact, I hope. Some time passes. Come on, show me trees, game. Alright, showing me something. How the heck are they already dead? The worst farmer ever, man. Yeah, look at that. We can actually see plant life now, which is great. They're not the best plants, but hey. Yeah, they're still getting dust storms, so I guess those aren't gone. The purple haze also lifted upwards, but I think that is still the metal storm. That makes sense. I think by the next harvest we should also have small palm trees. So that's pretty nice. Same with these other trees, the medium ones. I will admit it is a bit different than what I expected how the terraformation would go. I thought it was not going to be as instant. But I do like to see the change. Alright, slap the tropical in there. Add them to the planet. See how big of a difference this makes, because these are actual trees. Yes. So after this plantation, we got all the small tropical trees. Slash bushes, I suppose. Oh, we also got a large tropical tree. Nice. Alright, well, I guess let's add this to the planet as well. We'll probably do it more in bulk rather than one at a time. But we can slowly see a change this way. I think we're currently missing out on one of the tropical plants. We have the tall one. We have the other tall palm tree one. So we have 2 more trees, which means we're missing one. Look at it. It's not as barren anymore. That's pretty good. But anyway, I'm going to be leaving it off over here. I'm quite happy with the terraformation. Next up, it looks like we're going to have to go to a new area, probably on top of the mountains, as that is where gold is going to reside. Hey, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye, everyone.